Would love to have flown the Harrier.
I think that's the first for the channel. No one said that before.
Yeah, it's a very complicated machine, but it was just the top guys went on it. I was at Fittingley on the Domini Squadron, and my last year in the Air Force, I did the. You got enough film left?
Oh yeah, yeah.
I did the ATPL course down at London Poly, which the Air Force paid for. I was very lucky actually. Got a grant for it. And one of the guys on the course there was a bloke called Dudley Carvell. Now Dudley Carvell.
That's a great name.
Have you heard his name?
No, it just sounds great.
Oh well, I'll tell you what, he's a guy to interview. Dudley is bright. Not only is he bright, he's an exceptional pilot as well. And he was an instructor on the Harrier OCU down at Wittering. But he wanted to, because he was leaving the Air Force as well, he wanted to do some ILSs and things. So he asked if he could come up and fly the Domini. So I said, yeah, I've got a staff continuation hour or so. Come up, and we set a date for it. So he arrives in this bloody two-seat bloody Harrier, parks it outside the squadron. We get airborne in the Domini, come back, and I said, right, you taking me up in the Harrier? He goes, bugger, I didn't bring a G-suit with me. Oh, you're kidding me. And the oxygen, I said, you're joking. I said, bugger, never mind. But I'll tell you what, one thing I haven't mentioned, the best ride I ever had was with the Red Arrows. And it was unusual because I was at Linston-on-Ouse as a QFI there and a PNI as well. And the Arrows came in one day. We all had to hoik up to 2,000 feet, let them come in. And they were doing a display somewhere, no idea where. But on 31 Squadron, I'd met a pilot there called Mel Cornwall. We met up again at Oxford when I was doing CSE aviation after the Air Force. But he joined the Arrows, and he was number 6, which is leader of the synchro pair, and they were on the Gnat. So they arrived, they parked themselves up at Linson. I landed with the students. Students said, are we going to do the debrief now? So no, bugger off, I'm going to speak to my mate on the Arrows. So they were in one of the other squadrons, and I wandered in. I said, Mel, how you doing out, Mike? Any chance for a ride? I said, I've still got my Gnat G suit, which I kept, and my Gnat oxygen mask, which is different as well, different fitting. I said, I've got in my locker. Right, boss. I think Frank Hall was the boss of the Arrows. So this is my mate Mike. He wants to come flying with us. Is that all right? Yeah, sure. And that was it. So I got a ride in the back of the synchro lead.
Well, that must have been amazing.
I tell you what, you could stuff Alton Towers and all the rest of it. It was the ride of my life. I absolutely, yeah, it brings tears to my eyes when I think about it. It was fabulous, absolutely I mean, we did the crossover. I mean, nowadays it's all done with the perspective of so you've got one aircraft here and the other one's up here somewhere. So the crowd, they look about the same, but they're not even the same level.
Yeah.
In those days, I mean, we did a loop, and we did an opposing loop, and you face the other guy, and Mel calls it because he's the leader. He goes, going right, and that's it. You just went right. That was it.
Yeah.
And that's the way it was done. And we came out over the sea, and we did. This was at Scarborough. We did the display. We came out over the sea, and we were low. And he said, "How high do you reckon we are?" And I said, No, 15 feet. Right out says 9. Bastard. Yeah.